subscribe, comment, and follow these interesting conversations and the programs that we stream live on YouTube. Then you can also get the app via Play Store, that is for Android and Apple as well, by downloading Spirit TV and just click play. It is simple, it is convenient, and it is very user friendly. Otherwise, welcome on board from wherever that you are listening to us and those that are watching us. This is Masanyu, the Jew, international, worldwide. Masanyu all over. Masanyu dede. Masanyu muyivu dala. I have the beautiful Nema Chimuniche Kampala Echita Otoka. And we are saying good morning. Today is the 1st of December. It happens to be International World AIDS Day. What do you know about AIDS? I have a few statistics here about AIDS. What you need to know about HIV AIDS. I have some global statistics here that we have compiled for you. And Diana, did you know that 40.8 million people today globally are living with HIV? These statistics are according to 2024, by the way. And then 1.3 million people became newly infected with HIV in 2024. Ooh. And 630,000 people died from HIV-related illness in 2024. And 31.6 million people were accessing antiretroviral therapy, that is ARVs, in 2024. How is HIV transmitted? We need to resound this such that our children, such that mature adults,
especially that children that have just come back from the schools, that in their holidays,
yes,
they need to know about these things. I think we've been reluctant the past few years. We've not been so vocal about HIV, AIDS, and how it spread. Back in the days, they would come to school straight out, and they would actually do sit us down and explain to us in a way that we understand, in our language that we understood at that time as students. So I don't know today if you still have people coming to your schools to talk about sex education, to talk about HIV, AIDS, to create awareness of all of these diseases, the killer diseases. But Masanyu, for a parent that is seated at home right now watching us, what would you ask them to, how do they start this conversation? Because they actually do fear talking about sex education. They don't know where to start from. They don't know how much their children know already, are exposed to. They don't know whether they will be giving out much information or less. So I don't know, even you who is listening to us right now, give us a call and let us know how best can we tackle such sensitive topics to help our children learn and be more aware and make decisions that are very, very realistic, but also that could also save their lives. Masanyu,
we're living in turbulent times, and different generations, different eras call for different measures and different tactics of counter-attacking this epidemic of AIDS. And believe me, you Diana, in this generation we are, there are some tactics that are, I don't want to say they are irrelevant, but they are not that effective that we are in. As I'm seeing at a certain school over the weekend, and then I realized it's a primary school, and then I realized children have access to phones, not probably that, but they're allowed. But it was a general day. It was MDD and competitions. Parents give children phones. That is something that we cannot run away from. And phones have data or internet. Then we are adults, but you know how we struggle with our very own phones that we bought. You get, as mature adults.
Nudity is everywhere.
Nudity is everywhere. Explicit content is everywhere. Everybody is communicating on TikTok. TikTok is no longer regulated now. You turn on to TikTok, you're with your cousin, you're with your little brother, and then the information and the videos that are on your FY, you're like, what is happening?
People are vulgar.
People are vulgar, and people are speaking things that they are not sure about. So as a parent in this generation, you have your holiday makers back home.
Yep.
It's time to come out bold. It's time to come out openly, and then try to talk to your children about what exactly is happening in our country. AIDS is real, and we are deprived. We've been deprived in this generation. We've been deprived of the privilege that other people enjoyed in the other generations. What privilege am I talking about here, Diana? Back then, it was easy to spot a person with HIV or AIDS. Symptoms and signs were rampant. Were very rampant. And besides that, every person that had HIV AIDS, okay, it was stigma, I should say, but the entire village knew. Inti Masanyu ayinashi
White osobola chikweka by then. Right now muntu atunulanga ali healthy naenda ya chasinzo kubeera omulwadde.
Today we have people that are because the generation, and we want to appreciate the medical doctors, and we want to appreciate people that are taking good care of their lives. People are healthy, people are good looking, people are going about business, people are very, very okay. So there are people that they can tell they have AIDS, and then you're like, no. Bakolabata, bamuwairiza. And again, another thing, AIDS is circulating in the Christian circles. Do you know why?
Why?
The reason AIDS is circulating, is rampant, is increasing. We have so many cases in the Christian circles, Christian girls and Christian young boys, is because in Christianity, we are told what we should do. You get, irrespective of what the world we are in is doing. You get, abstinence is what we are preaching. And I 100% agree that as Christians we should advocate for abstinence. So we have so many Christian boys and Christian girls that get exposed to the risk of contracting the virus, and they, in their mind, they are not aware of how to handle this predicament. You get? I'll talk of protection. In Christianity, we don't advocate for that. Even having a condom is a taboo. True. What are you doing with it?
What do you plan to do with it?
What do you plan to do with it? You get? Going for HIV and AIDS screening, even when probably you're exposed. As a Christian, in
judgment.
Our minds, you're like, I'm a Christian girl. I'm an interpreter. I'm in worship team. How do I go to a health center and say I've come to screen for HIV, even when you were exposed to the virus? You get? So that puts us at higher risk of contracting the disease. I think we should now start sharing this information irrespective of the religion, the creed, irrespective of our cultures, and talk to the young people that AIDS exists. What causes AIDS? How do you prevent AIDS? How do you handle yourself not to be exposed to this virus?
And then also, once you have been exposed to the danger of AIDS, because AIDS does affect us in so many ways, and people get AIDS in so many ways. It's not only sexually transmitted. You could have anything sharp. Could be a campus at school, someone else's campus, could be a razor blade, whatever it is. For as long as you get infected or contact with someone that has already been having HIV, and you also use the same sharp object, it's okay for you to go and check yourself. And if you feel like you've been exposed to that danger, it's okay for you to take PEP. Like, people fear to do that. They fear, they get infected, or they get in a danger zone where they are not so sure whether they've been infected or not, and again they keep quiet about it instead of going to a medical doctor, to a health care center, and get tested, but immediately also get started on to PEP, or they advise you, doctors do advise you.
And I want to shock you parents that are listening to us and those that are watching us. I want to shock you. Your children, some of your children are having sex.
Most of your children.
I want to say some some are having sex, and that is a sad reality that we cannot trivialize. That's a sad reality that we cannot run away from. So
especially teenagers.
It is incumbent upon us. Yes, the excitement.
You try asking your teenage girl or boy, do you have a boyfriend? What do you think about a boyfriend or a girlfriend? You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked at the kind of information they have at hand.
The kind of information, the exposure that they have gained in this generation. What causes HIV transmission or HIV transmission? Unprotected sex.
Yeah.
That is the #1 cause of HIV.
Actually,
virus.
You should ask your child, before you give them information, ask them, what is sex? What do you understand by sex? Yeah, let them give you their view of what sex is in their own understanding.
I'm telling you. Sharing injection equipment. This is something that you shared earlier. Sharp objects, needles, compasses. And then when you find yourself at risk, or if you find yourself caught in that moment where you get probably a sharp object pierce you and there is blood involved, it is very important that you don't take it lightly.
Yeah.
You don't take it lightly. Then there is mother-to-child transmission during pregnancy, delivery, or breastfeeding. I think the government is doing an incredible job to cut down the
especially if you report. It's mandatory for you to actually go for a checkup.
Yes.
Once you're pregnant, your antenatal, the very first day you report at that hospital, they check for your blood group. They check for HIV, AIDS, malaria, and all other sickle cell, blah, blah, blah. They do a blood count check on you to identify what they are dealing with. Yeah. So once you reach the time of giving birth, they know that we are dealing with a patient who is infected, and so we need to save the child. But some of the parents, back then, that used not to report, they would just go once in a while, ended up having kids that are infected. Now, if you're that child that was born with HIV, it's okay, it's not your fault, don't feel bad, you can still live a happy life and still pursue your dreams even with HIV.
And can we remind parents that it's also very important that we open up to our children that are HIV positive? Because I know the story of a parent that never told her daughter that you're HIV positive, because in early stages they take probably weaker drugs like Septrin and what as they monitor their progress, and then at a certain level they put them on ARVs, and then there are children that are in primary, others are in secondary, and parents have never sat them down and told them the sad reality that you are HIV positive and how you can live with HIV in a healthy way and to living in a positive way.
I think most of them fear how their children will react and how it will affect them.
And what happens, because our schools have been secularized, our schools have been secularized, our children have been exposed to a lot of things, you might find that your child has started having sexual intercourse relations with other students in the school, and that puts them at high risk of contracting.
Did you know, Masanyu, that even kissing could also lead to infection?
In rare cases.
Yes, in rare cases.
But it's not highlighted among the causes.
Just in case you have a wound in your mouth and the other person also has an open wound in their mouth.
And of course, we have other ways. We have transfusion of contaminated blood. In hospitals, medical workers should be also very vigilant. Transfusion, blood transfusion can also be another cause. And again, when we come back, we should probably demystify a few facts about HIV and how to live a positive life and how to live positively and confidently and comfortably with people that are living with HIV. Kissing or hugging or shaking hands, sharing food, cups, clothes, or toilet or mosquito nets is not among the causes of HIV. You cannot contract. So you can live with people that have HIV and live comfortably in a society and love on them, and you can live live longer.
You can eat from the same plate and not be infected.
Yes.
From the same cup and not be infected. You can sleep on the same bed and not be infected. You can hug them. You can shake hands without being infected. So let's not fear. I guess.
When we come back, we'll share more details.
We help jumpstart your day like this.